Hey, how's it going? I think I want to explain why I'm doing this, and why I'm making these videos, and why I think it's important. Well, for one is, I do think it's important. I think it's important that, for a couple reasons. One reason is I think it's healthy for me to express myself, my opinions. I think also that if I think a certain way, there's probably other people out there who also think like that and can relate and want to understand the situations and the same kind of topics and curiosities that I'm into. And I think they have a right to think that and feel that way. And I think it's important to those people to find a place where they can come and watch videos about topics they find interesting and important in their lives. I think we're very fortunate to have platforms like this, and other ones, as you can see, where, they're obviously trying to censor me. But I still think it's important because people are going to search and look for those very topics, and whether it's something that they're curious about or something that they need someone to relate to on. And here I am. Just like other channels out there where I feel that way. Sometimes it's just interesting, too, to hear other perspectives. Sometimes people need to hear other perspectives. One of the main reasons I thought this was a very important thing to do was because of everything that I saw that started happening. It's really interesting how you see all these news corporations and entities who express themselves and have slightly different views than what the corporate and mainstream have to offer, and they have backs and links and videos and information and documents to back it all up. And then you see the huge major corporations who don't back themselves up, but yet they claim all these things, and they make all these opinion pieces. And they stretch the truth, and they lie, and they're dishonest because, one, they're trying to push an agenda. Two is they want to just get ratings. They want to boost their ratings. And psychology tells us that people pay more attention to things that are unsettling and negative than things that are positive. And because there's a threat. When people feel there's a threat, it's in our instincts to want to figure it out and to find out where it's coming from and to deal with the problem and eliminate it and understand it. And a lot of these corporations know that, and they have psychologists and psychiatrists that work for them. And they're also just very neurotic in themselves, and they don't care if they're dishonest. And it's why I tend to tune those stations out, and I look for alternative sources. And I post all these sources. There's great news sources that actually present all the evidence they use in order to come to these conclusions, too. Like, Epoch Times and Deep Dive with Tiffany Meyer and NTD News and Real Facts with Roman. And the list goes on. There's a lot more out there. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch NBC. I don't watch CNN. Because they're all, for lack of a better term, fake. They don't care. They'll say whatever they want to glorify things or to romanticize things or to push things into some sort of chaotic zone to where they try to get as many scare tactics to use on the people so they tune in. But time and time again, every single week, they get proven false, and they get proven to doctor images and to doctor reports and to edit and cut video in order to suit their narrative. And you got to wonder where they're getting all their payment from. And no doubt they have a lot of foreign sources that are, because America is open, and they let people from around the world come in and buy things up and start pushing their own narrative. And that's dangerous. So one of the things I try to do is to try to be as honest as possible. I put, all the facts and documents and stuff to back everything up that I say in the description below. And I think that's important. People need alternative sources to at least hear other opinions, to at least spark their mind to think differently than what they're being told. Like, you look back at throughout history, and what of all these socialist countries and dictatorships and kings and rulers tried to do? They tried to silence regular people and push their own narratives in order to control. And we're seeing that happen across the board. It's nothing new. It's happened for thousands and thousands of years. So I think it's important for me and myself to push alternate viewpoints, to be as realistic as possible, to question things, and not just go along with what anyone tells you just for the sake of doing it. I appreciate all the comments, even the comments that try to shoot me down, because it gives me an opportunity to rethink myself and if I am correct or not, and to reposition myself in a spot that does, tend to be more realistic. And that's all I'm really aiming for. I'm aiming to be realistic, Like I said, I don't think that YouTube's ever going to make this channel gain money. I don't think I'm going to have any monetary intake from this channel. I have other channels that hopefully that I can. I have a tech channel, an art channel, a music channel. And hopefully those can take off and those will make money. But I still just want to get the truth out, because I find this one is the most important channel. I'm just trying to have other viewpoints up here. I want to have interviews, and I want to have guests, and I want to have people speak their mind, and I want this channel to grow to more and more views so people can come across it. A lot of the people that do find this channel are ones who are searching for really interesting, off-the-wall kind of stuff, but everything that I have is based in fact, so people want to know the truth too, Sometimes the truth is disturbing. A lot of the people who mock what I put on this channel are the same people who 3 years ago would have said a pandemic could never happen and it's just in the movies. And it's like, look where we're living now. It's like those are the things that I said could happen. And people were calling me like a conspiracy theorist and all this stuff years ago. And it's like, well, what happened? It turned out there was a pandemic. And it turned out a lot of things could happen, And people like to try to brush things off in movies like, a meteor or an asteroid will never hit Earth. The chance of that are billions to zillion to 1. It's like, no, it can happen. You just don't want to admit that it can happen because it's kind of scary, but it's the truth. And when things are too realistic and scary, people tend to shy away unless, it's presented by some news organization that they want to believe in, because they've been conditioned that news sources are correct and you can't prove them wrong. But it's like, how many times have they been wrong? I just want to push what's correct and what's right and what feels right out into the world, and have people from all over the place come in here and, question me, watch things, listen to things, and speak their mind as well and their viewpoint. So there's many reasons why I'm doing this, and I think it's all for healthy reasons and for healthy causes. And if you do want to see more content, share this with people that you care about, and share people with that you love and that would appreciate different viewpoints and alternate viewpoints, and see if they can benefit from this. Sometimes it's even comforting just to hear somebody else talk about the things that are on your mind instead of them being censored. Because how many people in the world right now are suffering? I mean, even you go into New York City and the sidewalks are still almost empty. It's like it's been almost 2 years now, and people are still afraid to leave their apartments and their homes, and they need someone to talk to or to hear or to listen to, someone that has and shares their concerns. And it's like, hey, I'm here, and I'm going to talk my mind. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm not just going to try to cover what other people are doing on their channels and try to get, the easy likes and the easy grabs from talking about whether it's, Biden or Trump or whatever it is. It's like, I want to be honest and I want to be pure, and I want to have people see that and feel that, and people tend to gravitate to what's correct a lot of the time, and that's just all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be as honest and realistic as possible. Everybody in the world is affected by everything that happens right now. In fact, this world has never been more intertwined in history before, So I think it's important to have this channel to talk about these things and to get these things out there. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I love you all. Take care. Like and subscribe if you like what you hear or like what you see. Contact me. Leave yourself in the comments if you want to get involved, if you want to have interviews, if you want to debate stuff. And feel free to comment, like, or dislike if you dislike it. I'm not here to force anything on anybody. I'm just here to express myself, and I know that there's other people who feel the same way, and you're not alone out there. There's a whole world. So don't feel like you're isolated, you're alone in your home, you've got nothing to do, life is terrible. Remember, there's other people out there like that. And there's other people out there who are willing to speak and to listen as well. So I just want to let everyone know and remind everybody that I'm here for you guys too. So I'll see you in the next video. I love you all. Take care, be well, and talk to you soon. Bye now.